in crazy California, what took so long to go after the Second Amendment rights of these young people, 18, 19, and 20-year-olds? And here's the irony. I looked it up. You can join as a peace officer in some county in California, some city in California, serve as a police officer at the age of 18 or 19 or 20. They'll give you a long gun, but you certainly can't own one at home.
Well, you could go in the military and carry a rifle in defense of our country, our freedom. And somehow when you come home, you don't have that right.
Stunning. But, you know, just as alarming, Tim, what I mentioned about bail, that was no joke. No joke. Jerry Brown signing this new bill that essentially destroys the entire concept of the Eighth Amendment. Now, the Eighth Amendment we learn in school, it's a short one. You know, and it deals with a couple of issues, including excessive bail. But there's another side to the excessive bail, and that is the fact that we have a system of bail in this country.
Yeah, what you're witnessing is the Marxist, progressive, leftist petri dish known as California. And we're taking away guns from law-abiding people who haven't committed any crimes. You mentioned the moving the age up from 18 to 21. That's a stupid move because it doesn't change anything. If an 18-year-old wants to get a hold of something, he'll just steal it.
Right.
If he's hell-bent on killing people and committing mass murder, I don't think the legality of how he purchased the gun is going to somehow get in his way. But this idea of coddling criminals and illegal aliens and somehow penalizing law-abiding citizens, penalizing Christians who believe in the Bible, penalizing motorists who decide they want to drive with a massive gas tax. All the while, it's as if the Congress in California, the legislature, is part of the cartel. Yeah. I mean, they're so corrupt. You almost can't put it into words anymore, Graham.
And they're so slick that they're able to trick California voters into voting for them and supporting their campaigns. But this non-monetary release in lieu of bail, non-monetary release. Imagine that. The judge has to say to the murderer, okay, we're going to release you, but be a good boy, you know, while you're out. Don't commit murder. It's absolutely insane. And then risk assessments. And who's going to do the risk assessments? Of course, some bureaucrat, right? And they're not perfect. Yeah. But the bail system isn't perfect either. But at least it holds the person behind bars.
Well, look at the risk assessment in New Mexico. They just let three suspected terrorists who clearly were involved in child abuse. There's no question about that, who also killed one of the children in a ritualistic ceremony with their strange, bizarre faith. And somehow they're not a threat to anyone, even though they literally had plans to shoot up a hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, we are witnessing the dismantling of a civil society, and we are breaking into these tribal units where now the Democrat Party no longer stands for the blue-collar worker. They are the party of criminals and criminal illegal aliens and just general all-around criminals who aren't illegal aliens. But if you're a criminal, the Democrat Party has your back.
Or as I say on this program, they're the party of death, no matter how you look at it, whether it's abortion or allowing these criminals out to commit murder. You were talking about the gas tax, and this is Proposition 6 on the November ballot that Californians can vote on. There's a poll out that has just astounded me, a plurality, almost 50%, Tim, are saying right now they're going to vote no on the repeal of the gas tax, 36% yes. Could it be something to do with the wording on the ballot, which is confusing to say the least? The first part reads, eliminates recently enacted road repair and transportation funding by repealing revenues dedicated for those purposes. All right. So if I was reading that in the ballot booth, I'd say, oh, no, we want to keep the funding.
Right. Yeah, but it's so filled with lies. It's so ridiculous. It's like, first of all, it's never been set aside, not for years. They steal that money and they use it to pay pension funds. They use it to do all kinds of malfeasance to the people of California. But you know what's really disgusting and despicable about this? They control all the levers of power. So they made the question a yes question. When everyone in California wants to say hell no to the gas tax, you have so many people who have no idea that transportation funding actually is coming out of their pocket at the pump.
It's astounding, but also astounding is this video that was obtained of a Caltrans worker. Now, these are state employees, road workers, if you will, and there are many of them, advocating the no vote, you know, the keep the repeal, keep the gas tax.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.